morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is, what time is it here? 9:30. I feel like I've been procrastinating all morning and it's only 9:30, so maybe I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was doing. So today we are going to hopefully finish this Miss Elsie from Victoria Darlings by Henna Lynn. We did a flip through of the book and the background last Friday, so if you want to see that video first, go watch that one first and then come back to this one. I've had a nasty head cold. We made it through the first, week and a half? Well, yeah, the first 2 weeks of school, and of course my kids brought home a nice head cold for me. So I'm getting over that, and so I hope that you can understand what I'm saying and that I'm not too congested still. So I haven't filmed this weekend because of that, so I've been working on other things. I did a couple of coloring book pages. They're on Instagram, and then we'll show them at the end of the season. And then I don't know if you watch Dee Dee Willingham. I do sometimes catch her lives. I was watching her this morning procrastinating, doing what I needed to do. But one thing that she does, and I've done it before, is that she'll do an altered book. And she wasn't doing that this morning, but this is just something that I worked in this weekend. So I did an altered page. It's got a gloss top coat on it, varnish on it, but this is Stonehenge, and then I painted out the background, added the stars, the planets, spaceship, and the penguins. And I know this is a little bit odd. Why would you have penguins? I had a roommate in college who was afraid of penguins. She didn't like penguins, and she said because they sit out on their icebergs and they just contemplate how to take over the world, and that before the rise of man, penguins ruled the world, and they commissioned aliens to build Stonehenge, and that's how we got Stonehenge. So I was just playing around, probably the cold medicines, but did this altered page. It was just fun to do. So if you haven't seen her do those, Dee Dee Willingham do those, you might want to go take a look. I enjoy doing it. I think it's fun. Another one that I've done, let's see. I have 2 copies of Abandoned Places because I cut one of them up and I altered the other one. So that one's the one I cut up just because I like to move elements around. So let's see. My favorite one I've ever done is in this book. I just gotta find it. No, that one we're still working on. Kind of forgot about that one. So here's one. I don't know. I don't think this is finished. It doesn't feel like it has a coat on it. But I put the sky in the bottom and the sea in the top. And then I've added the doors. The people were there. And then I think well, let's look. I think I have, let's see. I may have cut it up to do this page, but let's see. Yeah, I took it out. So I cut up the other page of this so that I could finish the bridge. The bridge didn't go all the way across, and so I pieced that. Anyways, let's find the one I really like. There's another one. This one's not finished. That added the tree. Here it is. Here's my one I really like. And I think I had to cut this one too. Oh, I cut it for something else. But, so, tiled floor, ceiling. So I added the clouds, the bird, this tree. Back here we have some water, some fish, some sea. It's just kind of fun to play around with. But so that's what I was doing this weekend. Anyways, what did these say? In dreams we enter a world that's entirely our own. Dumbledore said that. So, and in my own little corner, in my own little chair. And that's from Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella. So this is fun to play with, and I felt like doing that this weekend. But today we are going to hopefully finish our Miss Elsie from Victorian Darlings by Henna and Lynn. And we are working on the paper in the book, which is a copy paper, create space type paper. And because I was doing altered pages, I have paint all over my... That's okay. We're going to do it anyways. So let's zoom in and get started on her. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm using Prismacolors. Everything I use will be in this corner, and then, or anywhere else if that corner is not working because my hand or something's there. And then it's also in the description box down below, as well as links to anything. I don't have, they're not affiliate links. I don't get paid. I don't get paid for anything, so. Alright, I don't know if we'll use all of those, but gives us a start. Alright, let's put a light coat of peach, light peach, 927. I feel like I'm kind of a paper snob, and I like a thicker paper when it can hold a bit more, but we're doing it on this paper, and it's been working alright. We've been doing okay with it. I don't know what we're going to do about our nose. Maybe we might just leave it today. See what happens. Alright, that's just a light layer of peach. It's probably not even showing up that well. Do our hands the same. Okay. Okay, let's grab let's grab Nectar. Just doing a light pressure, a little circular motion. That's the nice thing about Prismacolors, is they do not need a lot of pressure. just do a little bit. Just a line. Alright, so we've used those two, set them up there. Alright, let's grab henna. We'll keep it a little closer into the shadows. Okay. Then let's grab Espresso and get it in the darkest spots. Alright, so let's go back to that nectar. Go over the top of the henna and espresso. Still a light touch. Okay, then we're going to use a pencil color we haven't used yet, and that is Peach 939. And we're going to go right over the top, light pressure, and then just go right past. Alright, now we're going to take the light peach and blend it even more. Let's just start on the neck. Kind of a medium pressure now, a little bit more than I was before, but still not a lot. Okay, let's just zoom out and see what we think, if there's anything. Okay, here she is zoomed out. I think she looks pretty good. Maybe let's add, should we add a little bit of color to her cheeks? There's blush pink. Let's see. Probably won't pink up much. A little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, and then here's that light peach again to just blend it a little bit. Okay, then let's do her lips. Let's take the henna and put it in the corners on the bottom edge. Top lip. Okay, and let's take Necter. And a little light peach. Okay, we'll come back and put another highlight on that later. And then let's put a little bit, I don't want to put too much color on her, but let's put a little bit. Let's just take a little bit of chocolate brown. Into her. Just a little bit right there. And then a little more light peach. Give her a nice blend on her makeup. Okay. There we go. Alright, I think we're good with her skin. 10, 14. Alright. I think I'm gonna go run some errands and then I will be back to do her hair and her eyes. Alright, so I'm back. Let's do her eyes. I was thinking green, then I'm also thinking that my grandma Elsie has brown eyes, and that might be nice. Well, let's grab a little bit of blue to put in the white of the eyes. I'm just going to grab, what is this? Powder blue, and I'm just going to lightly put a little bit in the shadow parts of the white of the eye. To give it a little bit of depth. Okay, and then let's do brown. So let's put chocolate. In focus, guys. Gotta tell me these things if it's not. Alright, then let's grab the Sienna Brown. We're gonna go from the pupil, the black part of the eye out, making lines. Let's go over here and do the same thing. Okay, and then we're going to take the Espresso and we're going to put this just in the shadow areas of the eye, so up at the top. right here. Maybe bring a couple down. Okay. Then let's take the chocolate and do lines as well. A few. Just kind of trying to get a little bit of texture. If you look at an eye, the color is not a flat color. I'm going to grab just a little bit of an orange to put in there. Maybe pumpkin orange. I'm not going to put a lot of this, but just a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, put a little more espresso down here. Okay, then I'm going to take a black Posca paint pen, fill in that pupil. Okay, and we'll let that dry before we put any highlights or anything in it. Look at she is so far. Alright, we're going to take yellow ochre. I don't know if I'll do all of this on camera. Let's just do it like a piece and then I'll do the rest of it off. So let's do, this side's the easiest to do. So let's, just for orientation with my paper. So let's do this side. Just putting an all over base coat of yellow ochre. Okay, then let's grab our darkest color, which is going to be Espresso, and put that in the shadows and from the roots. And I'm just going to do like flicking lines. So I'm putting my pencil down, dragging a line, and then lifting my pencil at the very end. Okay, I could put this anywhere we have. I think we need a shadow. Okay. Alright, then let's go in with some chocolate, and we're going to go right over the espresso and just flick out a little bit past it. Okay. All right, then let's grab a little bit of Sienna Brown just to add a little more warmth. We're gonna do the same thing, just put it in the shadow and flick it out. And then we want light umber. Okay, then let's take that yellow ochre that we started with, and we'll put that in there, just kind of in those highlighted areas. All right. There's her hair. Let's grab a white Posca pen. Put a couple highlights in her eyes. Just to kind of give it a little more life. Maybe a highlight on her lip there. Okay. All right, I'll finish her hair. Then we just have her dress in this book she's holding. Now I was looking at some pictures of Victorian dresses, and one that I really liked, and it was kind of this style. The top was white, and then this part here was black, and then this was a blue. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we should do something like that. I just don't know if I want to do blue. We could do like green though. Green would be pretty. Maybe we should do green. So should we do the top as a white? We'll shade in some grays and stuff. And then black and then green. Let's do that. Okay, so let's grab something to shade, put some shadows into this top then. I'm going to grab the powder blue that we used before, and then I'm also going to grab maybe 30% warm gray. Okay, so let's put some shadows. Let's take the 30% warm gray and let's just put a little bit of a shadow underneath the fringe or the texture on her dress, on the shirt. Just a little bit. Okay. So that just adds a little shadow. And then let's take the powder blue and we'll just kind of add a little bit of this here and there. Blend out that gray a little bit. Okay, so it just adds a little shading to it. Alright, so let's put the dark green down first. Okay, and let's take the warm gray. I don't know, I might just go over the whole thing with black. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about this so far. I do want it a dark color. Let's just take the black and go over it with black. Let's try that. If all else fails, we'll take our Posca paint pen and put it in with that. Like, I've done black hair before and I do like blue highlights, but I just don't know how to, I don't know that this would really have any highlights. I'll just do this. Okay, that looks pretty rough. Let's put a little more color down, and then let's grab this is a paper stump. Let's grab a paper stump. This is a dry paper stump for right now. Just rubbing over the top of it. I am using quite a bit of pressure. See how that kind of makes a difference. Okay, that helped. Alright, let's leave that alone. Okay, well, let's put a little more black in here. Alright, that looks good. Alright. Alright, let's start with our darkest green, which is going to be dark green. And let's start with the shadows on this. Alright. Okay, then we need to do around her skirt. Okay, so we're gonna go underneath her arm. Oh, somebody's crying. Okay, let's see here. And this book. Alright, now we're going to take a side of each of these folds. So let's go here. Let's go on here. Okay, and then the seam over here on this side. Okay. Now let's grab the Prussian Green and we'll blend that out a little bit. Let's go right across back here too. Okay. Then let's take Kelly green and do the same thing. Go over the top and fade out. Okay, let's get the color on there, my goodness. We can blend a little better right here. At this point, I just want some good color on the paper. Just get it on there. Okay. All right, then grab, this is Pale Sage, and we're gonna go over the, kind of over the whole thing. Okay, I totally forgot that my son was coming home at noon from school. I'm really glad that I was here and that he comes home on the bus and he wasn't just sitting at the school waiting for me. Mother of the year right here. Oh my goodness. Well, it's crazy. My kids go to 2 different elementary schools. I just lose track sometimes of what's going on at which school and when. And oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm going to try using a little Gamsol and a brush to smooth out some of this. It's such a big area to do. To color. So. Yeah, that's smoothing it out a little bit. Just, I don't want it. Just a little bit. It can still have a little texture. I'm just trying to kind of fill in the white speckles, you know? Alright, let's get that little book. Let's grab yellow ochre. Put this on. We're almost done. Have to put a little border on, trim it, and get it in our binder. Alright, then let's grab light umber. A little shadow there where the spine of the book is, and then her hand. And then get something else. Let's see. Let's grab Sandbar Brown. Kind of shade out from there. Okay, and then let's put yellow ochre over the whole thing again. Alright, my camera died, but I just finished doing that little book. And then let's zoom out. Take a look. She looks good, I think. I think. Put all my pencils up there. I have to write them down. Alright, so we just have like this little thin border because we kind of scribbled on it. I think we're going to use a gel pen that will go over the scribbles. Okay, let's start up here. Alright, let's get our paper cutter and trim it. Okay, this is Recollections Permanent. I'm just going to rub some of this on the back. It's just double-sided tape. Just rolls right on there. Okay. Put it on there. There she is. Oh, I like how she turned out. It's pretty. Awesome. All right. So that is from Victorian Darlings. And yes, her name was Miss Elsie in there. I loved how that turned out. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and color along. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.